All right, real quick video. All right, it's a 1911 Rock Allen. Good gun, but it's different to break down than a regular 1911. Clips out already. Nothing's in it. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna break it down on a quick field breakdown. All right. So you have two notches here. One is the lock back, and then there's a little half moon right here, which is where we're going for. A lot of problem people are having is they're thinking that this is the one where you line up for your locking pin, but it's actually this little small one right here. All right. So you're gonna bring it back to the little half moon like this. Pull your pin out, and you broke it down to the point where you can actually now take out your spring. This right here part, it's a little bit more difficult because it is different than any other gun. The spring is not coming out of here unless you force it out, tear the gun up. It's no longer going to be good. So what you have to do is, and you have to use a little force for this. This right here thing is hard to pull out. So find out which hand is your strongest hand, because you got to push this spring up and compress it all the way up here. Then you got to take your little paper clip that you already had, and let's see if I can get this thing up in here. And you get the paper clip in the little hole. And once you do that, you can slide back the spring and the little housing that the spring comes in. Paper clip rides out with it. Right? Now you can move your barrel. Barrel comes out the front, slide it out, it's down. This right here will be a quick breakdown if you just want to clean between shooting a few times and whatever. You can clean this. Take out your paper clip so that you can clean your spring or whatever you need to do. I'm not doing none of that now. This was just to show you how to break it down and of course to put it back together. All right, so reverse, barrel, back in. Of course, your little circle here, you want that to be up, not down, or you won't be able to line up your breakdown pin. All right, you got that did. Of course, you can make sure everything's like it is, right? Everything's good. So now, putting your spring back in, you put it in exactly the opposite of how it came out. So you slide this back in, making sure that the half moon part that actually rides on the barrel are down. Put them in. When you get it inside of here, lift up a little bit so it slides in. It should ride all the way up. Now you got to take your paper clip out. A little bit of pressure, paper clip out. Let this ride to the back slowly, like so. Down. Remember, how you put your little circle up. Now you want to slide this back in. Compress this down just a little bit so it slides in. It should slide in pretty simply. Now you got it in. Now if you are lined up right, you want to pull this back just a hair to get this to line up. And that will go back in like so. All right, remember, we are going to look for the half moon, not the bigger one, which is the lock back groove. All right, pull it back so that you're lined up. What I like to do is put my finger in here a little bit because it can sort of help me line that up. So I get this right here lined up. When I get to that little half moon, press on it, and then once it slides in, you'll hear it snap. Don't let your finger get caught up in there. And it is in. Make sure it's in properly. You should see this right here shooting out just a little bit like it's supposed to, like before you took it out. All right, now last thing to do is to test it. Make sure everything is working right and it's not going to fall apart. Last thing you want is a gun to fall apart on you whenever you need to use it. All right, so far so good. Cock back and everything. Do it lock back, locks back, it does. That works. Trigger pull is fine. Safety works, or do it. Safety works. All right, we're good to go. Now, it's ready to load up. Target practice. Or whatever you do.